YouTube, I'm solely happy about something right now, and I cannot tell y'all, it's a secret. Anyway, this is SEL0320. I am back for a brand new TV review. This is a non-spoiler review, The Flash. And if you want to see the spoiler review, you can go check that out. Just the one right before this one or after this, I'm not really sure. Depends on how the order I do it. But the name of this episode is The Tricksters. The synopsis reads, a copycat killer who goes by the name of the Trickster starts setting off bombs in Central City. In order to stop the villain, Barry and Joe must meet the original Trickster, a criminal mastermind by the name of James Jesse, who was imprisoned over 20 years ago. Oh my gosh, this episode was crazy. It was hilarious because Mark Hamill was the original Trickster in the 90s series that starred the same person that plays Barry's dad, who was the Flash back then. And one of the episodes, he actually took over the Flash's mind and tried to manipulate him to do different things. And it's just an interesting villain. It might have been in the movie, I can't remember. But in this one, Mark Hamill plays the same character. And it's so crazy because like 20 years ago, he was one of the most deadly villains that ever hit the city. And what was even crazier is that they had said that one of the prison guards is like this guy is so good that he convinced one of the prison guards to go out and commit suicide. Like that's just how manipulative he was. But the way that they did a great job with the story for this one is they centralized it on not just Mark Hamill's presence there. They did a great job with the presentation of whoever this new person was. It was perpetuating that they are the new Trickster and then they have the legacy and all this kind of stuff, and then how Mark Hamill's character, he really didn't like it, and I was like, I'm listening to the Joker, Luke Skywalker, and the Trickster right now, and it's just beautiful music to my ears. And like every scene that he's in, he just lights it up, and he makes subtle references like Breaking Bad, or like the way that he was saying one thing, something that he does to the Flash, he's like, run, run, run. And I was like, that was such a cartoon kind of moment, but it was really serious of a situation. And then not just that, like the things that happen with his story arc in relation to Barry, in relation to his dad, it's all homage to the 90s series, which me being a 90s baby, like I can really get behind, and I really enjoy how they took so much effort into making tribute to those different things, with having him on the show, with having Barry's dad being more of a role in this episode. But that wasn't the epicenter of the episode. The epicenter was really about Barry's dad. Or not Barry's dad, I'm not sorry. Harrison Wells. Harrison Wells' character gets fleshed out from the beginning to the end. From what I mean by the end is the present. So what you think and the concepts of what you thought of who the Reverse Flash is, who Harrison Wells is, they're all going to be answered. Even one thing I'll say, there's a really awesome CG scene that happens in the beginning where it shows you what happened inside of Barry's home. Instead of you seeing like just the flashing lights, you actually see the slow motion feature of what fight or what thing was happening inside that time frame. Now it begs to more questions when you see the resolve of how did Barry get out, what happened to Barry's mom, and like how does the Reverse Flash fit into all of this. All that gets answered, and like some of it is gonna shock you. Some of it, like if any of y'all are comic book fans, y'all know what the Reverse Flash or Eobard Thawne is truly capable of and what he can do to his body to try to fit the mold to certain things. Like it's just a lot of things that happen, and it was really touched on really well. It was a great balance between that story arc, and I think Barry is right there in the center. Like he's always in the center, really, because you've got the love interest with Iris. It's not clicking, and at the same time, he can't trust the closest person that he thought was a friend within Harrison Wells, and at the same time, he's got people that are backing him, like Iris, like as a Flash. He's got Joe, he's got the team, and he's in between all this. And because one story arc is dealing with what's going on with his mom, and one story arc is dealing with this new villain that's the president. All he knows is he cannot trust Harrison Wells. All he knows is he pines and yearns to be with Iris, but he can't be with her. So it's like you see how, as the Flash and Barry, like, he's still the same person. He's dealing with the same emotions, and how those are tearing him up inside and causing him to make certain decisions that he wouldn't naturally or rationally make. It was acted very well. Grant Gustin does a good job in this episode of paying tribute to who the Flash is at his core, but at the same time, like, who Barry Allen is, because, like, there's one point where he has a conversation with Joe, and it's a really heartfelt conversation, and I can't express or talk about the dialogue, but when you see it, you'll know what I mean. Like, he really breaks down what is really going on with him internally and what he's trying to do. But he learns a lot. I think that every episode he learns a lot, but one of the crazier things that I didn't even talk about in spoiler review, I cannot believe I didn't talk about it. See, this is why I need help. Is Barry, or the Flash, may learn something about what the Flash is capable of, and it all has to do with a bomb, a truck, and the Speed Force. That's all I can really say. I'm surprised I didn't talk about it in the spoiler review. It makes me want to go back to the spoiler review all over again, because it's so epic of a moment, and it requires Harrison Wells' help, and it requires what Barry has internally, what he's truly capable of. Like, he hasn't even tapped into the capabilities he really has. And it was an awesome scene. It really was. It was an eye-catching scene. But anyway, I give it a 9.0. Most definitely one of the better episodes. And oh my gosh, like, just having Mark Hamill up there and the references that he makes is just, it lights up the whole entire screen. But anyway, so yeah, that's my review for the Flash episode of Tricksters. Hope you liked this review. If you did, please leave a like below. If you have any comments, please leave your comments below. Again, thank you all for going and checking out all the different videos I've been working on. Everything from trying to do the footage that y'all missed out on, me and Joe going to Comic-Con, checking out the different footage that I've done with doing reviews, with reaction videos. It is really time consuming, and I have a 9-to-5 job, and I get tired just like everybody else, and I also have ideas and thoughts of things I need to do, but it's all about, I guess, for me, the passion and drive for y'all to be able to experience it with me. Or even if y'all are having thoughts about something like, man, where's there going to be a point to look at a video to be able to talk about it? And that's what I've always wanted since I was little, to be able to express certain things like that. And so I really appreciate every single one of y'all that's been looking at my videos and has been subscribing and has been liking. And I got more in store for y'all, but I might need to take a little break because I am worn out. But anyway, this is SCL0320 signing out. Y'all have a blessed evening, blessed day. Check out that Flash episode on CWTV.com or Hulu.com tomorrow. Take care, everybody.